Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Marnie if you're new here, and I live in my 2003 Toyota Hiace. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A all about van life, what I do, how I live, all of that stuff. So recently I put up a question box on my Instagram, which is @MarnieDelgado, and all my friends and family put on little questions, and that's what I'm going to be answering today. So I did this maybe like 2 weeks ago, and then my laptop's been stuffing up, my camera's been stuffing up, so I've had lots of technical issues. So this is the second time I'm filming this, so hopefully this one works. But yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. We've got my questions on here, and first up we're gonna go with what made you want to travel and what helped you get motivated into creating your van. So I've always wanted to travel. I am a Sagittarius, so I'm very free-spirited. I want to see the world. I always have, and I will one day. I really grew up in like a really small town, so I feel like growing up in a small town, it makes you want to get out and see the world more. So that's what I'm doing. What helped you get motivated into creating your van? So last year I met some friends and they had vans, and we went on a little road trip, and I fell in love with living on the road and saw how cool their vans were. So that's kind of what led me into buying my own van and decking it out. What else have we got? We can go on to, did you work and save to be able to afford it all? So yeah, 3 or 4 months before I actually left for my trip, I worked 3 jobs, 65 hours a week, and I was very tired. But yeah, I saved a bit of money then. I left with 7 grand in my bank, and then day 2 into the trip, my van broke down, so that cost me $2,500 fix. So now I'm in Noosa and I'm working again, which I originally wasn't going to plan to work for the trip, but I'm working in Noosa at the moment, 2 jobs just for a month, just to get back that money that I spent on the van. But yes, I did work and save to be able to afford it all, but I also started working when I was 12, so I already had like a bit of money to do that. But yeah. So the next one we've got is, how do you stay so positive? I'm just naturally a pretty positive person in general, so obviously like not all the time, but I just don't like to take things too seriously. Like obviously if it's a serious matter, take it seriously, but if it's something that's not going to matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it. So I just always go by that, and that's how I stay positive and just make the most of life. Like, you're only here once, just go have fun, be happy. Are you traveling all around Australia or just specific parts, and how long will it take? So no, I'm not traveling all around Australia. I'm just going from the south coast of New South Wales to Cape Trib and in Queensland, and then back down. So I'm on the road for 4 months. I'm in month 2 at the moment, and yeah, so I'm just doing the east coast of Australia. How much did it cost to revamp the entire van? So I brought the van for $9,000 and it was empty, and then Dad and I built everything, and it cost about 3.5 grand to do the whole build. But that's including everything from like the awning, the fridge, to like the nails and the doona cover. So that is like absolutely everything, which is pretty cheap for what we've done. Like, it's turned out exactly how I wanted it. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that. But yeah, so altogether it cost 12.5 grand. Have you been spending a lot of money? No, I actually haven't. So living on the road is so much cheaper than living in a house. Like, I've noticed that I barely spend anything apart from like your normal stuff, like your food and your petrol and all of that. I don't really spend much else. I spend around $200 a week, so say like 200 to 250 depending what I'm doing and where I'm going. So I probably spend about $80 on fuel, but that varies wherever I'm driving. Food is about $70, and then I go $20 for my phone bill, and then $50 for insurance, and yeah, then the rest is just like spending, like if I want to go out for drinks or whatever. But in general, I don't really spend that much money. I don't pay for any anywhere to stay, like any accommodation or anything. I just free camp, so yeah. Do you find it difficult to find places to legally sleep for the night? So I don't actually sleep in like legal spots, I say. So in Queensland, you're not allowed to sleep in your car or your van or anywhere that, like, you're just not allowed to publicly sleep anywhere. So technically I'm not doing anything legal. But it's not too hard to find places. Like, I just go to quiet streets, or I'll like go out the front of a mechanic's, or I've got wiki camps as well, which is this app here, the little yellow one. I think it's about like $8 on App Store, and it is like so good. It tells, I like use it every single day. It tells me like where I can camp, tells me where I can get water, where there's bathrooms, so definitely get that if you're gonna be living on the road. But yeah, I use that and I just find quiet streets, or like I'll look on maps and I'll go to satellite, and then if there's like a block of land or like on a street where there's no house and it's just like trees, I'll park out the front of there, because then I'm not out the front of someone's like house. But yeah, it's pretty easy. There's like lots of places everywhere. You just got to be super careful with where you do park, because if you park in the same spot twice, council will come and you will get fined. So yeah, just have lots of different options and just keep moving on. But yeah, do you ever get scared alone at night, and do you ever feel really lonely? So I actually thought I would be a lot more lonely than what I am, but I'm not lonely at all, like, which is really good, because like if I'm parked down the beach, or if I'm cooking food or whatever, people always come up to the van and they'll always ask me how I'm going, or where I'm staying, or what I'm doing. So I've met lots of people, I've met lots of backpackers, I've met lots of locals, so yeah, it's been really good. I don't really ever get lonely because I'm always talking to people, and I'm a people person anyways, so like talking to people and meeting new people isn't a problem for me. So I don't really ever get lonely. Do you ever get scared alone at night? Not really. So there's been a couple of times here and there where I'm like, oh, this is a bit scary, or like there's some like loud noises or something, and I'm like, I don't really feel safe. But when I get to that, I just go with my gut instinct. If I feel unsafe, I'll move on to a new place where I'm safe. So not really. It's happened maybe like once or twice, and I've been on the road for 2 months, so it's not really a problem at all. How long do you plan on living in the van for? Love seeing your videos. Thanks so much, Brooke. In the van, I'm on the van for 4 months just for this trip, and then I go to the snow for the season. But when I'm at the snow, I'll be in an apartment, so I won't be in the van then. But then after the snow season, I'm not too sure what I'm doing. I'll probably end up being back in the van, or I might move into a house somewhere else, but at the moment I don't know, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, at the moment just 4 months, but I absolutely love it, so I'm not going to be surprised if I do move into it full time. Do you set any intentions for your trip, i.e. make new friends, find a new job, or a new place to live in? So no, I didn't really set any intentions for the trip. I am a see what happens kind of person, so I just am seeing what happens. I didn't really even know where I was going when I left. Like, I knew I was going to the top of Queensland and back, but I hadn't really researched anywhere in between. Like, so I'm just like, I just go to a new place every couple of days and see what happens. So I don't really have any intentions for the trip and making new friends. I knew I would make friends, but I didn't, that wasn't like my purpose of leaving home to go and do this trip. It was just, yeah, see what happens. So not really. What made you want to travel on your own? So I've always wanted to solo travel. I love being alone. I love doing my own thing, doing like whatever I want, whenever I want. So having this opportunity to live in a van and travel on my own was like perfect. So I just went with it. So yeah, I've always wanted to travel on my own. I don't really like waiting for people. So I felt like if I was with somebody, like I would probably end up just getting annoyed, and I didn't really want that. And like, I knew that I would attach myself to that person if I was with them. So being on my own has really forced me to get out of my comfort zone, meet new people, and yeah, just do things that I wouldn't normally do if I was with somebody. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I've just always wanted to travel on my own. What is your fave place so far? So my favorite place would probably be, that's a hard one. There's so many beautiful places. I'd say either Double Island Point. I love Double Island. I went with a bunch of mates that I literally met that day, which was so cool. But yeah, they're all legends. If any of you guys watching this, shout out to you all. Probably, yeah, so the Double Island Point, which is just off Noosa Heads in Queensland, or Noosa. Absolutely love Noosa. I also really like Kingscliff in New South Wales and Crescent Head in New South Wales, but Crescent just always has my heart because that's our family holiday spot. But yeah, lots of different amazing, beautiful places, and I'm sure there's going to be so many more as I keep heading north. Okay, this is the lucky last question, and this one is, what is the kind of message you want to portray to your audience and to your social media? So my kind of message I want to portray is that, one, travel can be so cheap, so cheap. You just gotta do it right, and I would love to give tips on how to make it cheap. So if that is something you would like, or if you'd like me to pop together a video of like, yeah, things I do to make it cheap, let me know. 2 is that it is safe for females to travel on their own. There is this like stereotype kind of thing saying that's like unsafe for girls to travel on their own, and I think it is so wrong. Like, it shouldn't even be a thing. People generally think that it is unsafe for girls to travel alone because you're putting yourself in a situation where if a male was to come up to you and do anything, you wouldn't be able to protect yourselves, and I think that is so wrong. Like, that shouldn't even be an issue. Like, males shouldn't even go, oh, that girl's traveling on her own, let's go and like mess with her. So yeah, but that's another story. But yeah, it is safe for females to travel on your own, so go do it. If you're a girl and you're watching this and you're like hesitant to do it, go do it. It'll be the best thing you will ever do. But yeah, it's safe for females to travel on their own. Have some common sense and you'll be fine. Number 1 was travel is cheap, and number 3 is that just go live your life. Like, go have fun. You're only young once. You're only gonna have this opportunity and this time once, so go make the most of it. Go have fun, go make memories. Like, make memories so you have stories to tell when you're 80. I always say that, always. I even have a tattoo on the back of my leg that says memories over money, and that is like my motto always. Money will come and go, memories last forever, so just go have fun. So yeah, that is my top 3 of what the message I want to portray to my social media and audience. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you want anything more like this, just shout out, let me know. If you have any other questions, also ask and I'll be happy to answer them. But yeah, thank you so much if you're one of the people that did pop in a question. I hope this helped you guys. But yeah, hope you guys have an amazing day. Go make some memories. And I'm going to be answering them today. I'll be doing a Q&A. Do you on the road, so that wasn't really an intention, and okay. Everything I'm doing is illegal. Fuck. Resolves from people see it as oh mate, living in his van.